Hey there, Vicky. I thought I'd make this quick screencast just about the menu and why when you're going to the actual Kiowa County Public Library site, because I think this will help you in the future. This is just a little example of it, and this will be a great one to show you how to do, and then you'll know how to do it in the future. So from the dashboard, and I'm doing this in the Sandbox course, but it'd work in anything. Under Appearance and then Menus. And you can get to menus also through the customizer. Two pathways, same endpoint. Get there how you like. It's whatever. But once you get to that menu structure, home, and you'll see it says custom link. And if you click the little triangle, you'll see that URL, that's the problem. So that's your normal one. And we want the home page for the Sandbox. So I'm just going to copy paste that and put that in, and then hit Save Menu. And now that home button on the Sandbox will take you to the home page of the Sandbox, which would make sense, wouldn't it? And any of these, so when you see here where it says custom link or page, and there's probably one that will say category, no, oh, no, there's another custom link. Okay, that custom link's to your, oops, I did. Okay, two things. Let me slow down and talk while I do things. Yes. First of all, the whole menu is drag and drop. As you just saw, you can move it anywhere you want. Like now it'd be a child page of library service. Now it'd be a child page of About Us. Now now it's its own thing. And this well, this is your real site, but this would be when it's as far left as it can go, it shows up in your actual nav. And then the child pages are when you hover over, right? And I think you can go to 5 child pages deep. I mean, God help you if you want to do that, but you could. But anyway, so to make any part of the menu, when you first get to the menu, it'll show you pages, and it's just the most recent. So like if you just made a page, it'll be on the top. That's handy. If you want to see all of them, there they are in like alphabetical order. You can do that with pages. You could do that with posts, and posts are, just, they look like a page, but they're actually a chronological, like a blog, order, Little Earth thing, and you list it by category. But you could link to one of those in the menu. Custom links, you could put anything in here. And then categories, so if y'all only have the uncategorized, but so to a post would be a specific post you put. Let's say you had maybe Kemma is doing a weekly newspaper article kind of column, and you wanted to. I know I used to do that when I worked at a small library. The weekly paper would put a little, like 2 paragraphs about whatever the library is doing. It was mostly, events and such. But let's say you wanted to do something like that. You could have a category called, news from Kemma's world, or I have no idea. I'm making stuff up here. So the category could be Kemma, whatever she writes, and she goes in and she makes a post, right? And she puts a couple paragraphs, and in a category called Kemma, all of the posts would list. If you wanted to link to one specific post, then you could go directly to that. And then the pages are the more stable kind of thing. Posts, they're just sort of, chronological, bloggy stuff. But those are the ways that those work, and a lot of the times on these, especially when you're using a theme that has a home page that's controlled outside of the norm, it'll actually use a custom link to get to your home page, and it's just right in there. And just make sure to hit Save Menu when you're done. You can also make other menus. They can be, I think in this theme, yeah, there's 3. So there's one that can be at the very top of like above the header. And then the primary one is, those tabs across. And then there can also be one in the footer. And you don't currently have either the top or the footer. You can if you want. So let's visit the site here for a second, because I don't think your presentation page is on, first of all. So let's go do that, and let's make sure, yeah, home page goes, yeah, we're good there. So let's go back to the dashboard here, and appearances and launch settings. And presentation page is disabled. So if we enable that, because you wanted to talk about the columns, right? Oh, and I should look at the widget. Okay. Pagosas on, they have the 2 columns. Okay, got it. All right, so we enabled that, and you have it set to 2 columns, and it'll be the first 2 columns it takes. So there's a picture, search catalog. Okay, and we'll save changes. And let's go see that. Alright, so that's, we might need another slide. But that would be the 2 columns, and that picture would need to be resized. Well, both of them would. I'm going to put some sort of thing in there just so that we can see that. And presentation page. Slide. So it does look like there should be something in there. Well, let's see. Let's do that one. Yeah. Oh, I have to move. Like, where's my button? There it is, underneath that. Okay, so then we'll scroll down and save. And let's open that in a different tab. Okay. So I should take out that text because the caption titles are in the way. But that would be like if you had a slider in the 2 columns. And there's also, and I should point this out. Oh, not header. No, I'm just moving myself all over. There we go. Presentation page. Under the sliders, under the columns, in the extra text. So I'm going to put that in top title and second title, and then BT1, BT2, and save changes. I just want to show you where this shows up. I like your guys' new logo and stuff. That looks great. Okay, so the top title, and that can be like, welcome, or I have no idea what you want to put. A lot of times people use actually that top title. Oh, good grief. There we go. For like, they leave it blank unless they're going to be closed for, a holiday, and then they put, closed Monday for MLK Day or whatever. That's that kind of thing people use as an alert. Second title if you want. And then bottom text one. And I'm having a hard time seeing this, but there's a little box around it, and you can also make it so there's a slight background color. I mean, you wouldn't want to go, well, I mean, you could go black with a lighter font, but there is like a little box, so it's like a call out. bottom text 1 and bottom text 2. So feel free to use those also when you're thinking about designing that presentation page. And I know you guys want to go with a different theme, so I know you don't want to spend too much time learning and messing around with mantra. And I was thinking one of the ones I could show you, which I should probably do on a different thing. I've already talked to you now 10 minutes on this, so that's probably enough for now. But some of the older WordPress themes that used to come with WordPress, they're really stable, they're really secure. They're also really easy to use because 90 bazillion people have already made lots of code snippets and things and made YouTube videos on how to change it. And one of the ones I've had other libraries messing with. Let's see. How do I get there? Oh, Sandbox. There it is. One of them's called 2012. It's the WordPress theme, and I wanted to show you what it looked like. So obviously they're using a big background photo. They have their thing. They have their menu. We embedded a search box. They wanted comments from their user. This is just a slider. All of this is just plugins, basically. The theme itself is really easy to customize. And it's basically, pretty simple functionality. And this is obviously their Sandbox. This is not what they would have as blah, blah, blah. We're thinking of having their upcoming events in there, but I was just showing them that they could have a background color. But they can just, and they decided they really liked boxes. That's their choice. These could be buttons. These could not be there. These could be links. He wants to get rid of most all of that top nav to just have these boxes, but that's him. But the idea being that this theme is really easy to use, and this theme is just called 2012. And I know it sounds like 2012 was a long time ago, like a lot of years, but that's just the name, and it's just, they still update it. It's still really stable and secure. But it's a good one if you're looking around. I think sometimes when you look at themes like Alliance, they picked a really complicated theme that's like new and exciting, and they hired somebody, and it's great on a lot of levels. I think that's the right URL. Yeah. But it's for, like, it doesn't end up looking as nice for a library. There's not, well, that was a stupid button to push of all the buttons I could have pushed. It's just something to think about. Like how much, so when you change pages, you can barely see it down at the bottom. It relies on scrolling, and there's just something to think about. Anyway, probably have bored you silly now. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon, and I agree, Vicky, taking a little break is really a good idea, especially when your head is too full. I know that happens to me a lot. I think I did. Oh, I forgot to look at the book news thing. You don't have to watch me do that. I'll do that on my own. All right. Have a good rest of your day.